breakfast at Fish and Eats. We've got a bland problem, and we've got a misunderstanding a little bit on Clowney. Mike Fisher reporting from Frisco, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. Get on, be good. Obviously, I will review all comments and questions and criticisms. 75,000 fish heads in Cowboy Nation. Can't be wrong. Let's go through some notes as we get ready for a Thursday Cowboys workout. Cowboys are going to be without DaRon Bland now, the playmaking cornerback. That's a foot problem. Couple of weeks. What are they going to do about it? Oh, I forgot. Dang. Foot problem, couple of weeks. What are they going to do about it? Our understanding, after having some conversations inside the Star last night, they want to take a look at what they've got. Many of you cannot be blamed for saying, what you've got isn't as good as Stephon Gilmore. Go call Gilly. I am not, as of last night, I am not under the impression that that's on the front burner. We'll keep you posted. Zion Childress comes up from the practice squad and gets a start against the Giants on Sunday. That's a possibility. We'll, again, stay tuned on that one. Next one on Clowney. And we all know by now that he was here in Frisco and at the Star on Wednesday. Went up to the Cowboy Club and hung around up there, and then got to watch practice from up there, where the media, the hated media, is not allowed. I'm seeing a lot of reports saying, nah, not going to happen, done. Tap the brakes on absolutely not going to happen. It's a done deal. My understanding is they're going to talk again today, and that money is going to be a part of it. And I'll just say this, and we've had a lot of discussion, and a lot of smart football people have too. Clowney, 11 years in the league, age 32, will go get you 6 sacks and also plays the run. There's a lot, and the pedigree is there as a former first-round pick, of course. There's a lot of very sensible reasons to do Clowney. I don't think, assuming he's not asking for a fortune, I don't think money should get in the way here. I think he is a fantastic fit in terms, personnel-wise, in terms of what they need. So unless he's asking for some gargantuan number, which isn't what he's been given or gotten in the last few years or so, there's been a couple of years where his number, $, has been very reasonable as a mercenary. I think this makes a great deal of sense. So tap the brakes on the idea that the Cowboys have shut it down. They have not shut it down. This will be a Thursday discussion inside the Star, and then inside the Star extending back out to Clowney, who did, of course, leave this facility on Wednesday without a deal. Item, Prophet X, get in there. And we're going to give you more on this as we go. Prophet X, America's #1 sports prediction market, a peer-to-peer sports prediction market where users, that's you, play against each other instead of a sports book versus the house. Looks and feels just like a sports book. Play against your peers, not the house. Use promo code FISH and claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the site. Terms and conditions apply. And if you take a look at what they've got set up, that line is moving. At one point this week, Cowboys by 4. And I said, that doesn't seem like enough. Prophet X agrees with me. Take a look at it, and then take a look at the link below and use promo code FISH to get you some at Prophet X. Item. A source, an impeccable source. We've gone back and forth on the spitting thing with Jalen Carter and the Eagles. An impeccable source tells me that Dak did indeed have in his mind, how can I get Jalen Carter in trouble here? And it went something like this. Carter of the Cowboys, big immature gifted baby, was poking into the Cowboys practice huddle before the game and trying to call out, trying to bait, taunt the Cowboys rookie Booker. And that's when Dak stepped in. And Dak kind of told him, hey, what are you doing over there? And then Dak spit on the ground. And he did spit on the ground. He didn't spit on the player. But he spit, which he does all the time. And I'm told that Dak was mindful of the possibility that Jalen Carter might go nuts. Dak will get an opportunity to address this himself in greater depth than he did on game night here today, Thursday, Dak Day. But I'm told that, there's at least this much of Dak that kind of maybe knew what he was doing on spitting on the ground in the direction of a gullible dope who got himself suspended, even though the suspension has already been served, whatever. Item. The Cowboys in that Eagles game were targeting 8 explosives. Explosive, big splash play on offense. We want 8 explosives. Here's what I don't know. I don't know if that's every week, and I need to find this out. Is 8 the magic number every week, or was 8 the number against the Eagles? Here's what sucks. They got 6 explosives, and you know how close they were to getting Ferguson, that would have been 8. Lamb, that would have been 10. CD Lamb, 11. If they get 8 explosives, they probably win the game. If they get 11 explosives, they're in massive control here. I want to find out, is 8 explosives in week 2 against the Giants here at AT&T Stadium on Sunday at noon, is that the target? I like their chances of 8 explosives against what I believe are the lowly Giants. Item. Cowboys have a magic word, and I think it's a naughty word. And this is kind of cool. You won't hear this anywhere else. And all teams have some version of this. When a cornerback or whoever gets injured, there's an alert. And somebody on offense, maybe even everybody on offense, blank word, alert. They're missing a guy. It happened with Jalen Carter. They started yelling blank word, whatever it is. It's naughty, I think. And so there is a system in place. And that's coaching, and that's good. Having said that, if you go back and look at the film, and you go to the Uncle Fish store run by Broken Halo, I watch film is one of the most popular t-shirts, and I don't pretend I'm a scout, I don't pretend I'm a coach. But in going back and looking at that, because I'm reflecting on Schottenheimer saying we didn't do a good job maintaining passing lanes. If you have the chance, go back and look at it, and you're going to see what we saw. Dante Fowler, what are you doing? There's times when Dante Fowler is assigned contain. I know it for a fact. But he thought he could get a sack if he cut inside. But by cutting inside, Jalen Hurts went around the edge, and there was nobody there. Dante Fowler, 10-year veteran, was supposed to be there. That's freelancing. Can't do that. That was a Micah Parsons criticism, of course. Then, in a related matter, Donovan Easy, the rookie, who got better intellectually as that game went on, he did it. He was supposed to have contain. Instead, he just kind of forgot. Maybe rookie enthusiasm. And then, in a related item, let's do brain farts, brain cramps, if you want to be polite about it. If you remember in our immediate reaction to that game in Philadelphia, I wondered, because Jalen Hurts killed him. Going off script as a runner. Does the NFL even use a spy anymore? Where you put a guy in the middle of the field and you say, wherever the quarterback runs, you run. You're a mirror. Well, the Cowboys did. And one of the guys who had that assignment was friend of the show, Sugar's friend. Had the assignment. And we love Clark. We love old number 18, young number 18. Loved it. A great guy and a smart guy and a very responsible, smart football player. There was times when he was the spy. And he, again, watching film, he forgot. Seriously. And I'm not trying to pick on anybody. My point is, and you'll hear this when I get to the Diggs thing in a minute. We're so focused on CD Lamb dropped the ball. Legitimately. We need to make sure we understand that on different plays, Dante Fowler, Donovan Easy, Damone Clark, they also dropped the figurative ball even though they were on defense. They needed 11 guys times 2, times special teams to all do everything exactly right. And so pick on CeeDee Lamb or Jake Ferguson or Miles Sanders, do that. That's fair. But let's understand, too, there's a game within a game. And some guys on defense didn't get that done, sometimes because of over effort, sometimes because they wanted to play hero ball, sometimes because they're a rookie, and sometimes because they had a brain cramp. How much of that is coaching? Because they're very proud of their discipline. Cowboys are very proud of what they did discipline-wise. But part of discipline is you got to run the right play. You got to be standing in the right place. Let's see if Eberflus and company can get that teaching up to par this Sunday. And finally, no DaRon Bland. More Diggs, probably so. And Diggs said yesterday, I'm ready for more snaps. And he really did a fine job. I mean, they got nothing against him. They couldn't target him. He wasn't targetable. Targetable. Good for him. But now go back and watch, blitz. How many times has Trayvon Diggs blitzed in his NFL career? Like before Sunday? Like none? He gets the blitz. He gets the assignment of the blitz. Nice. And he's got a clear shot at Hurts. And maybe if he just physically sells out completely, he gets to Hurts and gets a sack, gets a strip sack, something. Diggs doesn't look like he fully sells out. And that could be a physical thing. The other deal, though, again, go back and look at the play. He attacks Jalen Hurts and attacks his rear shoulder instead of attacking his front shoulder. And that allows Jalen Hurts to just step up an inch because he attacks the wrong shoulder. And Diggs should know better than that and should be better than that. I predict that he will. They're going to need him. They're going to need Diggs to play way more snaps, and they're going to need Diggs to play even better against a Giants team that should have Malik Neighbors. He's got his injury issues. He also has his pouting issues. But no Bland this week for sure. That means more Diggs. Keep an eye on Clowney. The Cowboys aren't done there yet. In Frisco with the Cowboys.